Coming up on Cardinals Insider, Masyn Winn relives special Cardinal moments.
Super glad they could make it. That was a moment I'll truly cherish.
Plus, see some fun stats you may not have heard of yet. And later, two St. Louis natives throw out a first pitch.
Whenever there's two people throwing, you gotta play it safe.
All that and more on a brand new Cardinals Insider. Welcome to Cardinals Insider. I'm Ozzie Smith. Rookie Masyn Winn has made a powerful impact in his first season in the Bigs, and we decided to relive some of those moments from his quick feet to his hot bat. Take a look at this latest installment of Picture This.
There's a ball that's chopped up the third base line. That's a fair ball. The throw not in time. And Masyn Winn has an infield hit for his first Major League hit on Friday night, August 18th, 2023.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of fun, man. I think I struck out the first AB, but, I got that infield single the second one. But yeah, that moment was surreal, man. I still, looking back at that video, I didn't even really get to experience it. I was so, worked up. I kind of blacked out, but that was a great time. Oh, that's already framed and put up in my room at home. That's my whole family pretty much, besides my grandparents, but I loved every part of it. I got both sides of the family, the step family there, and then blood family, but super glad they could make it. That was a moment I'll truly cherish. I mean, my mom's sitting right there, a big smile in the front, so, anytime she's happy, I'm gonna be happy. That was a great time. Oh, the home run derby in the Bahamas, man. That's, Todd Isaacs and Lucius Fox, they've been the last couple years. Actually, I want to say last 5-6 years, they've been throwing a home run derby. It's called the Don't Blink home run derby in the Bahamas, and they're just trying to promote baseball out there. So yeah, you just go out there and whack some baseballs into the ocean. I mean, you probably can't really tell, but you see the off-white shoes right there. Those look clean. Match the jersey? Come on, bro. Come on. I really put it on that day. I really put it on. Oh man, that was this off season. I took a visit to St. Louis just to stand and get a picture next to that guy and support his foundation. I learned a lot that night. Being in the presence of a guy like that, I mean, that's 700 plus home runs in one picture between the two of us, so that's super cool, and a lot of people can't say that.
Stats are an important part of baseball. Numbers lead to good trivia and fun insight. Here's a few bird seeds from the 2024 season so far.
Every game log and box score has little nuggets and fun facts. Let's call them bird seeds. Here's a few of them from 2024.
Up the middle, a base hit. This kid is amazing with 2 strikes.
For most of the year, Masyn Winn has led the Cardinals in hits. Only 6 rookies since 1900 have done that. Most recently, Albert Pujols in 2001. Winn has also led all Major League rookies in hits for much of the year. The last Cardinal to hold that distinction was Vince Coleman in 1985. On July 23rd, Nolan Arenado hit his 100th homer as a Cardinal. He's the 25th player in franchise history with triple-digit big flies, and he's one of just 8 active players with at least 100 dingers for 2 different teams.
Swing and a miss, and there's 2,000. 2,000 strikeouts for Lance Lynn.
Lance Lynn joined the 2,000 strikeout club in July. 1,604 of them have come on fastballs. From 2011 through this season, no one else has as many punch-outs on heaters. Tommy Pham began his second Cardinals tenure in grand fashion.
Pham is swung on, and there's a drive. Deep right center field, way back. It's a grand slam. Welcome back, Tommy Pham.
But did you know he's the first player to be traded to and from St. Louis in nearly 30 years? The last was Ken Hill in 1995. On August 25th, Ivan Herrera started his 40th game of the season at catcher, meaning 3 Cardinals have caught at least 40 games this season. It's just the 6th time in franchise history that that's happened, and the first time since Eli Marrero, Tom Lampkin, and Tom Pagnazzi did it in 1997. The catchers also notched a franchise first. All 3 of them were born outside the United States: Wilson Contreras and Pedro Pages in Venezuela, and Herrera in Panama. From franchise first to baseball oddities, box scores provide plenty of intrigue because you never know what you're going to see at the ballpark. For Cardinals Insider, I'm Brett McMillan.
Straight ahead on Cardinals Insider, Lars Nootbaar sees sketches of his new bobblehead creation for the first time.
It's a bobblehead?
Right. So your head does look pretty large.
I was going to say, the head looks huge, but listen.
That's what bobbleheads are meant to be like that.
You're right,
Yeah.
you're right.
That's right after the break. On September 20th, fans can go home with an exclusive Lars Nootbaar bobblehead. What makes this gate giveaway so special is that it was designed by Lars himself. We're taking you along on the design process. Here's part 2 of our 5-part series.
Well, Lars, pretty cool that you get to design your own bobblehead this season from start to finish. It's going to end up being a gate giveaway later in the year. The first step was for you to pick the photo of the pose that you wanted your bobblehead to be of. What did you decide?
I think we decided on a sliding catch pose with the tongue out, from what I remember.
Okay. I mean, I think that's on brand for you for
I agree,
sure.
I agree.
I have a sketch of it.
Okay.
Okay, this is the first sketch that they came back with for us. So, what's your first initial reaction of this? It's in black and white.
The face is animated for sure, but I guess I do have an animated face. So,
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah. They went into detail for sure.
They did. They got the eye black.
Yeah.
They got the really wide open eyes there. Tongue's hanging out. I think it looks.
You like it?
I think it looks pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, so now they sent us a few more, so they're adding some color to it.
Okay.
Got the Quick Trip logo. No ball, obviously.
Right.
No grass yet, but then they did go in and add the grass.
Nice.
Still no ball.
Right.
There's
I
the ball.
look like I'm 300 pounds a little bit. I promise I'm not that heavy in real life, but I think that looks pretty dang good.
You're in motion.
Okay, right. So the jersey's kind of flying a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's why.
If we can make me look a little bit slimmer,
Okay.
but hey, I guess it's your guys' design.
I'll tell our promotion folks that they could make any last minute changes. So the
Listen,
next step.
The camera does add on 10 pounds. They always say.
They
So,
do say that.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it
So
looks
you're-
pretty good, right?
You didn't have a whole lot of notes, so this is what we're going with then.
Yeah, I mean.
Are you locking in your answer now?
I mean, yeah. I
Okay.
think that looks pretty good, and I mean, it's a bobblehead.
Right. So
Okay.
your head does look pretty large.
I was gonna say the head looks
Okay.
huge, but
That's
listen,
what bobbleheads are meant to be like that.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
So do we have any idea of when this is gonna be done?
So this process does take a long time.
Okay.
So definitely in the last month of this season is when you're going to be seeing this and when fans can take it home.
All right. We don't want to give away too many details, right?
No,
we want to
no.
keep bringing the fans into the stadium.
Got to keep
so
the suspense going.
I gotcha. I
Yeah.
gotcha. I like it.
But I think it's going to be great.
I do too. I'm happy about it.
I can't wait to see the finished product.
Me neither. I'm excited.
Coming up, hear from Chip Caray about his favorite day with the Cardinals. The theme of this year's yearbook is My Greatest Day. It features alums and other Cardinal greats talking about their greatest days. Chip Caray wasn't a player, but he embodies the Cardinals in many ways.
Hi everybody, I'm Chip Caray, the Cardinals TV announcer on Bally Sports Midwest, and my favorite Cardinals memory is opening day 2023. I grew up in West County here in St. Louis, and that was my first ever opening day watching a Cardinals game in person. I'm 58 years old now, and I was born in 1965, and I watched the Cardinals on TV and listened to Harry Caray and Jack Buck do the games on radio. But until that day, I had never seen opening day in person at Busch Stadium. And when the wagon gate opened up and the Hall of Famers came out in their red jackets and the bright sunshine was gleaming off of Ted Simmons and Whitey Herzog and Mike Shannon, it brought back all those wonderful memories of as a kid of wondering, wow, what does it mean to be a St. Louis Cardinal? And then the Clydesdales came out, and seeing 45,000 people all standing and applauding and filming and crying and taking rapt attention watching the horses go by, with my family in attendance as well. It was their first opening day too. It was a moment I'll never forget, an exciting game that we won, and my first ever opening day at age 58 came as a member of the St. Louis Cardinals in 2023.
From the NBA to the NHL, players from across professional sports enjoy paying a visit to Busch Stadium. St. Louis natives Jayson Tatum and Matthew Tkachuk came to a game and even got to throw out the first pitch.
It's gonna be a fun day. It's a great surprise. I know you're gonna be here. This is great. What's up, boys? How are you?
Nice meeting you.
Good to see you, Matthew. Nice to see you. Matthew, good to see you. Good to see you, boys. Baseball's a lot different than hockey. You play so much, you just gotta keep the momentum going. How are you, Matthew? Good to see you. Boys, Matthew, good to see you. This is our, gave it to a few of us after we won this year. So it's like the Stanley Cup belt. This is sweet. How are you, Matthew? Good to see you. Well, thank you. Thanks for letting me be a part of this day with you guys. I think you guys hit zingers with this thing right here. It's nuts. It's like hockey sticks have like evolved so much over the last. I'm like still just like a wood bat. It's crazy. Yeah. And then I'll get some nice music. Congrats on everything this year. How much fun was that, huh? Man, that's cool.
You might have a few other guys coming over too.
What do you mean? Where's yours?
Yes, you did. You're lying. I bought you one.
I can't bring me one.
You were?
Take a picture, Nolan. There you go. How are you? Good to see you. What do you think? Just right before the mound?
Sure.
Look at this. Here we go. Thanks, guys. That's it, man. Awesome. Thanks, boys. Whenever there's two people throwing, you gotta play it safe.
So you guys know you're filming the photo.
Yeah.
So Jacob, right? Jacob, a little bit more. 1, 2, 3.
That's awesome.
Thank you guys.
Oh, that's great.
And still to come, Cardinals Care crowns an RBI champion. That's ahead. This season, the Cardinals special events team brought back Upper Deck Golf. Fans got a chance to play 9 holes from various spots inside the stadium. Let's check it out.
So we have Upper Deck Golf at Busch Stadium today. The fans are coming in, getting to hit golf balls throughout the stadium. We know people love coming out to the stadium, big fans, everybody loves to come to Busch Stadium, right? So we're just trying to expand the ways people can come out and enjoy the building. They come out for concerts, they come out for weddings, so this is just one more thing we do to get the fans to come on out and have a great time.
Basically what we do is we travel around the country, transferring major league sports venues into 9-hole golf courses. And today we're at Busch Stadium doing some pretty incredible things. The cool thing is it's a forgiving course. So if you know anything about golf, it's a wide spectrum of where you can hit that ball. But the cool thing is whether you are an avid golfer or a golf enthusiast or honestly just a fan of the team, it's a great place to just come out and have a good time for the weekend.
To be able to play golf at Busch Stadium, a place I loved and grew up coming with my father and family, it's fun to be able to hit out in the outfield. It's just a great chance to do something extra fun and hang out with some friends and play some golf.
I've been coming here all my life and I thought it was a one-of-a-kind opportunity, and what better way to spend a Friday than golfing at Busch Stadium.
Having a great time, beautiful day. I love baseball and golf, and this combines the best of both worlds, so excited to be here. Great event.
So you hit 2 balls on each hole, and you can get a par, birdie, or a bogey. But I just got a par on the last hole, so I felt pretty good.
This is our 3rd time doing Upper Deck Golf here at Busch Stadium. Everyone loves it. They come out with their friends, they compete, they have a good time, they get to hit the golf balls from the upper deck. Like, how often do you get to do that?
Beautiful stadium, unique experience. There's no golf course like this in the world, so it's incredible to be here enjoying a place I love watching baseball and being able to hit golf balls.
Cardinals Care hosted the St. Louis region's Nike RBI Finals for its softball and baseball teams earlier this summer. The RBI program not only brings the game of baseball to inner cities, but it encourages academic achievement and teaches life skills.
So Cardinals Nike RBI is for kids ages 14 to 18, and RBI stands for Reviving Baseball in Inner Cities. So giving opportunity to kids that may not otherwise be able to play and get them out here and play competitive ball, either baseball or softball. The RBI season's typically from June to mid-July. Once you start competing into like regionals and World Series, it can go into August, but typically June through July. It's absolutely making it more accessible. You know, the select teams, a lot of those kids grew up, you know, from playing at an early age, and they're kind of already got a spot on those select teams. So even for kids that are in the inner cities or rural areas that don't get that opportunity, it's hard to make those teams already because there's probably only 1 or 2 spots that are open. So this gives that opportunity to keep playing, to keep improving yourself, and just playing the sport that they love.
A lot of the kids, they can't afford to pay $3,800, $3,700 a year just to play select ball. The kids that can't afford it to begin, and the parents that's tired of paying and taking 50 miles west to play, now they're coming back to the local area and keep the baseball going in this area. Like I tell everybody, and a lot of the parents and stuff, you know, we don't have baseball in this area as far as the older kids. So this way we give the older kids a chance to really play baseball. They don't have to travel, or they can play in their local community. Just like this past week, I've had 10 kids to call me and give me their information for next year. So that's a good start going into next year. And the kids are all excited. They're excited to play. I mean, when they walk around and they got the birds on the bat, they're like excited, you know, and they're like, oh, I play for RBI, I'll play for RBI.
If anybody's interested in learning more about it or signing up, they can go to cardinals.com/RBI to learn more.
When we return, I'm answering one of your questions. It's Ask Ozzie, and it's up next. It's time for this week's Ask Ozzie. James in Kansas City, Missouri asks, why do you like current Cardinals shortstop Masyn Winn so much? I like Mason Winn because of his field presence. You know, when you look at shortstops, you think of prototypical shortstop, and I consider myself a prototypical shortstop. A guy who has good feet, good hands, and moves with fluidity. And this guy certainly has that. He probably has one of the strong arms in the National League, and he plays as if he's been here before. He plays with great prowess and his ability to field the ball without any restraints. I think it's what I like about him, and he has a great demeanor. You know, being able to sit down and talk to him, you can see that he understands. He's like a sponge, soaking up information, and he's proven that he's a pretty good player. Anytime, you know, a player would like to honor you by wearing your number, in this case, he wore 0 because it was the closest to number 1. I think it says that I had an impact on a young player, and it's always nice to have that type of a positive impact on a player to where he would want to wear or come close to wearing your number. Thanks for the question, James. If you want to submit a question, head on over to cardinals.com/insider and click the Ask Ozzie tab. But for now, don't go anywhere. There's more Cardinals Insider after the break.
There's plenty of detail to take in when you walk through the gates of Busch Stadium to experience Cardinals baseball. And we've got you covered to catch all the details about this year's team with the Cardinals Media Guide. Take home a piece of the game day experience with a wide collection of stats, backgrounds, and bios on everyone from budding prospects to franchise all-stars. Don't miss out on the best way to commemorate your visit to baseball heaven in the Gateway City. Pick up yours today at cardinals.com/media guide or stop by the Cardinals team store inside Busch Stadium.
July is known as the hottest month of the year, but August packs plenty of heat too. Let's take a look at some of the best moments in this week's Redbird Reel.
There's a pitch he turns on. DJ Biscuit.
Coronado's going to go to second one. Winn's throw to first. Dug out into double play. He is smacked into center. Victor coming on, dives, and makes a great catch. Welcome back to the big league. Swing and a drive. Victor Scott has has just tied this game. That ball driven down the line for Victor Scott. That ball is down and off the wall. Victor Scott the second puts St. Louis in front. Victor on the run, slowing, leaping at the wall. A diving stop by Donovan, and he gets up to throw out Crowbar. Swing and a drive. That baby's not coming back. Mason Winn golfs one. Ground ball, throw base hit. Newbar, Oppo, Taco for the Cardinals, and they take the lead. Swing and a drive. The ball is gone. What a grand finish in St. Louis tonight. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Here comes Mason, and the Cardinals walk it off.
That's it for this episode. You can always catch us online at cardinals.com/insider or watch full episodes on YouTube. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you right back here next week.